I guess this is I know it's I guess it was opportunity to give you guys another manga review, which is based this manga is called Ra Ra Ra. I do believe that's how you pronounce it. I do apologize. I do believe that's how you pronounce it. And this is the story art by Yoshi Konen. I do believe I forgive me if I pronounce that name really wrong and stuff like that. And this is what the manga really actually looks like. Put aside, and that's the back. And this is from Shonen Jump, and or I will say known as Viz Media, and this is rated Teen Plus, so this is basically kind of like mature. I basically will definitely will say, I definitely will say, basically just in a way. I kind of one person want to say here is basically about this manga. This manga is interesting. It's really very very interesting. It's straightforward. It really gets down to the point. It really does. And I have to say, I really am loving the way the story really actually is and stuff like that. It really fascinates me and really is stuff like that. So you probably ask yourself, probably, what is this manga space for all about? So the base of this manga space is all about. It's all about a girl named Shirami. I do believe that's how you pronounce her name. Shirami. She has brown hair. This is basically what she looks like, and that is basically an alien or something like that, or something. I don't know. So get straight to the point. Basically, is that basically the young lady basically said she's been abducted by aliens, and somehow the aliens must have did something to her body, which we really do not know what they really actually did to her body, or something they must put some kind of biometrics or something like that basically in her body to basically to morph into something that we haven't seen in for quite some time and stuff like that. And excuse me, forgive me. This kind of reminds me of like kaiju and stuff like that, and basically, or I will say kaiju number eight, which I never seen. I've never seen or read any of the manga. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. Is that a good read, or maybe it's not? I don't know. I mean, I never got a chance to really to read it or anything like that. But I was like when I first saw this I was kind of like this is look very interesting. She looks kind of cute and stuff like that. And then she has this himinous or something like that. This head that she has and stuff like that. And just like seems like she's scared and just like she has a skull on her hands. I really was kind of like wondering. Then I flipped to the pages and I was kind of like wondering and like what is it basically is all about and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me, kind of like basically like Bleach in basic kind of way, and basically in a different space of that. It does has that feeling. It really basically really does and stuff like that. As I was saying, for the story kind of structure is based around her. She's the main female protagonist, and basically what that basically means is that she's been abducted by aliens, and they did scientists basically experiments basically on her or something like that, or they must have injected something basically in her body to put like biometrics or something like that basically in her body to make basically a transformation basically to transfer her in her body, so it's like some kind of huge humanoid monster or something like that. I really don't know and stuff like that. And this guy right here, the skull right here, that is his name is Duskin. I do believe that's his name. His name is Duskin. He is basically is the basically the applicant basically to the girl. That's basically what he really actually is. So he's basically the kind of like the second life basically to her, because both of the two are both are connected. That basically both are. I kind of want to say this also well too. Also want to say this too. Um, it's hard to explain like how they're both separate. I do apologize. I do apologize. My allergies messed up. I do apologize. It's cold outside. Every time when it gets cold outside, my allergies start to act up really, really bad, and it's just like I hate that. I really do. As I was saying before, um, they're basically combined basically into one, or basically two separate bodies are basically are different. Now, I don't know how this really actually is going to work. I don't know how this is basically really actually going to happen, like how they're going to be able to control the powers or anything like that. And basically, basically as for Dustin, basically for himself, he's basically kind of like he's not too very keen basically with humans. It means that he hates humans, he doesn't like humans, he wants to kill all humans. That's basically what he really basically what he really wants to do. But even when you have Surimi, basically on the other hand, basically with her, that she said that she told Duskin to make a promise to her that Duskin would never kill humans, and because Duskin made that promise and stuff like that, because even though he took over her body and basically stuff like that, and say like I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, but if you have to remember them two are basically are contained basically as one, means they're one, basically as one. That's basically what they are. Now, I don't know how to explain like how did she got the biometrics skills or something like that basically in her body or anything like that. I really do not know. That's something I really do not know. I don't know how to explain it or anything like that. It's hard to explain and stuff like that. I wish they give them more graphic and more detail and stuff like that, basically inside her body or something like that. Or maybe there must have been something. Maybe there must have been something that was placed in her body to basically have that some sort of activation. But the question is, when she got abducted by aliens, what was the purpose basically for the aliens to basically to abduct her and basically really to do that? Now we really do not know what is the question basically of doing that. We really do not know. We don't know what maybe seemed me the problem that must have happened, or maybe there was something that we really do not know, or something that we pretty much that we do know because basically what happened to her and stuff like that. But the question is, why did the aliens really basically do that? Or maybe the aliens probably didn't really do that, or maybe they probably didn't experiment on our body, or maybe that they did, or something, or maybe that we really don't even know and stuff like that. I don't want people to give me spoilers beyond the chapters and stuff like that. I don't want to review every single chapter. If I ever do, I probably will. But I want to be a manga only because I want to read the manga based for myself, read each volumes. That's what I really want to do. But if you really want to see manga reviews, tell me what you. If you want to see manga chapter reviews, tell me what you guys think I should do. I definitely do think I'd really maybe consider basically do that. I definitely basically consider myself continue reading this series. I definitely do think it's very interesting. It's very good. The storyline is very good. Basically, it's definitely very good. I've also want to say there's this guy I can't remember his name. Basically, in the manga, he's basically kind of like a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy. He likes to go golf. He doesn't really worry about anything. I'm really kind of curious about if this guy really has any powers, so basically, really or not. I'm not 100% so sure if he really does. If he really does, maybe has powers or basically or really or not. I'm also kind of curious that she's also going to be joining a unit because the boss, the big boss guy, which is basically the radiant corporation or something like that, or something like that, wants her to join his company and wants to help to exterminate the aliens basically around the world to basically to do that. The question is how she's gonna basically gonna use her powers, how she's gonna basically if she's gonna be able to work with Duskin to basically to help her out to basically use her powers or basically really or not. I don't think Duskin is really basically considered as a villain basically in this manga. I definitely think that he's basically considered as an ally to basically Surmi as well too. But the question is how Surmi and Duskin is going to work together and how things going to cooperate basically in more of a different space what I see from right here. And I definitely think that Duskin is probably not going to have really much of a choice to basically work with Superman, but that's really depends on like if Dustin is really actually is going to work with Superman or basically or really or not, or Dustin could go on like a rabid dog that could just tear everything apart and stuff like that. But the problem is based with Sarah's business that she wants to go home, but she can't go back. But she can't go back home because the big boss guy says like we can't have you go back home because it's kind of like leaving a stray dog out in the street or a stray cat. Means that if they were to let that stray dog or stray cat let them out on the street, you never know what's going to happen. That's kind of like with basically a rabbit dog or something like that that has a virus and or or something I don't know or something like that I don't know or disease or something like that I don't know or anything like that. And basically, what happened was if that dog were to bit somebody and stuff like that, they get rabies and stuff like that. That means the dog had rabies or something like that. Or so. That means they have to either they have to put down the dog or they have to capture the dog to see if they can kill the dog, or maybe that they really possibility that they really can't, because that's basically a definition. If you take as instance for the movie of Old Yeller is a great example where Old Yeller had to die because the boy had to put the dog down because he had no other choice basically do that because he was trying to Old Yeller was trying to defend the family from the wolf, and the wolf kind of affected the dog Old Yeller, and then Old Yeller just basically got affected. He got rabies, and then he got gone a little kind of crazy, and there was nothing that they couldn't do basically to help to cure him and stuff like that. So they didn't have really much of a choice. Basically, just put the dog down. That's what the boy did. But the boy didn't want it to, but he didn't really have really much of a choice. If you feel my drift, if you feel me what I'm saying right here, is basically that. Basically for her, basically that if she were to basically go rapid around like a wild dog, basically into the wild, or basically around the city or anything like that, she would cause a lot of chaos and construction. That's basically what she basically would do. That's the reason why the boss guy offered her a job, which is paid 100 million yen. Wow, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a contract. And so I did see this coming. I did see this coming that she is definitely is going to work for the company, because I have a feeling, because if you look closely at the cover, you could tell that's a probably a suit or something like that that she has to wear or something like that. That's a very good indication to me that she's going to work for this company that she really actually is. Number two is basis that I definitely do predict, personally, based to me, is 100% confirmed that she is definitely going to work for the company. And the question is, what kind of training procedures that she really bases that she's going to do. It's kind of like basically like with Naruto, when Naruto how to train to use the Rasengan, because Naruto doesn't know how to use the Rasengan really all that well, because he has to learn basically how to do that. So the question is, can she learn how to use her powers right, or maybe that she really basically that she really cannot. But still, the bigger question is the big elephant in the room. Why did the aliens put these biometrics and stuff like that based in our body? And what's the question is basically stuff like that. Maybe there's a reason for this basically to happen. Maybe they chose her because maybe the aliens need help to take out other different aliens also out there. Now there's two different kinds of species of alien species out there, which is they're basically called vermins, and they're basically called vermins. Vermins are based on vermins. Vermins are based on the aliens are kind of considered as the bad guys. I guess I definitely would say that's what basically what it feels basically what it feels to me. But I'm really also kind of curious if there's going to be other different villains that are basically going to play a role in this model also as well too, which I definitely do think. So I definitely do think that is definitely going to happen basically down the road. Basically, what it feels to me. One thing I'm very worried about is this basis that um, is she going to be very valuable to the team or to the company, or she really is not? That's the main question is and stuff like that. Is she going to struggle? To be honest with you, yes, she is going to struggle what the powers that she has because the way that she really actually is. But the question is, can she really contain her powers that she really actually is? But also the major question is that if she's actually going to work well with Duskin, or maybe that she's really basically is not. I really want to get volume number two. I really want to do continuation based on this manga, and I want to try to see if I can play a little catch up and stuff like that. So once I get volume number two, I definitely going to get that, and then I'm going to be doing some for videos based on chapters, and basically see if I can catch up myself there, and just to see from right there and stuff like that. Now I do want to support Vince Mina. I just want to say thank you for this, and also want to say thank you to Books a Million. Also, right, my bag is back there on the floor, right back there. Once I thank you, Books a Million, I definitely want to get volume number two. After I want to get volume number two, once I read all that, then I can probably start on basically I can start on reading on do chapter reviews if I ever do get the chance to. If I don't, then there's nothing really I can't really more personally I really can do, or I could just find another place where I can just basically just read it for free or something like that, or maybe I just probably subscribe to this media and just to see where things really actually goes from here and stuff like that. And also another question I also want to say here also well too. Do you think I should read the manga Kaiju number 8? I'm thinking about it. I've heard a lot of great things about it, but I've heard the manga is already ended. I'm not 100% sure if it really has or not. So I really personally really want to know. And also, I forgot to mention also well too. The aliens have been destroyed. Has not been cited since for 35 years. Now the question is why they have not been cited for 35 years, or maybe they have not, or maybe that they have, or maybe there must have been something that must have been happening or something like that, or maybe the war pretty much had to end it. But the question is, how did the war really actually started, and how why basically they're supposed to be happen. To be honest with you, I definitely do still think there's aliens are basically still around, are basically probably still around, lurking in the shadows as we know it. That's what it basically what it feels to me. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for this manga video. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like this manga? You guys don't like it? What's your guys' story about it? Do you have any problems or issues with this manga? Do you think you think it's good or bad? I really am kind of curious, but I hope this does get an anime. I have a feeling it will definitely get an anime down the road. I have a very strong feeling because this will definitely would attract a lot of fans, and I definitely not just because it just the way the art style and stuff like that, but I think just mainly because it looks very very interesting. This is the reason why I picked it up. I guess probably would say for her, I probably did, but with the skull on hands and stuff like that, very interesting. But it does have some fan service, but it's definitely very interesting. But yeah, anyways, this is Unknown. I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, or give me a thumbs down. And please leave comments below. Excuse me, please leave comments below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys there. Take care.